Ooh.
I can't be anything but heir to the Croft Manor, of course.
Do you think you're gonna watch that anime?
Lara Croft anime?
Yes.
Um, yeah, sure. I'm not too big on Netflix anime. I feel like I've been burnt on that a few too many times, but it looks okay.
Man, if you're able to watch that and not finish Fallout,
I know.
there's something wrong.
I'll finish Fallout. I think
Mm-hmm.
the problem really is that it's just like it's good, and so it doesn't feel like an obligation, but rather it feels like a leisure. And I don't prioritize leisure in my life, which is to my
Oh,
detriment.
that's interesting. What would you consider um Shogun?
Shogun is kind of like in a weird space where it's like I kind of already saw it when I was captioning it, so it's like watching it was kind of weird. And I think I got like, I don't know, within 3 episodes, I think, to the end, and I was kind of like, well, I kind of know what's gonna happen. And my big question was not answered, which is, I know that this show is good and I like it, but I don't know why it's basically like everybody peed themselves, like right ahead of when it came out, and then as it was coming out, it was like the biggest thing ever, and I don't quite understand that. Um, and I couldn't divine that from the source material. But I don't know. Did you finish Shogun?
Yes. I'm sorry I spoiled, I think.
Oh,
The
I mean,
character
our
death.
on the last stream, Mariko Sama, Mariko
Yeah.
Sama, as Cosmo Jarvis would say.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
um, I've read some like conflicting things about Cosmo Jarvis's performance. I think it's pretty good, but I don't see him often on the promotional circuit, and it reminds me of the show Warrior on HBO, which is another like Asian fronted TV show where I think they tend to like hide the non-Asian actors in a bushel on the promotion, which I think is unfortunate. Not only because, as I found out, Cosmo Jarvis doesn't sound anything like John Blackthorne, but
Yeah, I didn't think so. The only time that because his voice was like, it felt like it was manufactured, yeah.
Mariko
Um,
Sama.
I had seen, he looked familiar, and he was in the recent Persuasion with Anastasia Steele. That's what I was trying to think of.
Anastasia Steele.
And I
Madam
did see
Web.
that, enjoyed it, but I don't remember. And I was just like, I don't think he sounded like that. But it was almost like, I mean, he was definitely my least favorite character. I enjoyed
Mm,
seeing his growth, and I did care about him and Mariko.
yeah.
But yeah, he was just like his whole presentation was so affected that I'm like, is this a Johnny Depp take? Because when he was like yelling at them, like you swine, something, something, I'm like, wow, that's like, okay, wow.
No.
Oh well, I guess we got it. I didn't even make it. Yes. So who knows what that would have been like. To answer your other question, I wonder if part of it is because people had seen the 1979 version.
Mm-hmm. So it's like
Um,
nostalgia.
Either that or someone told me that wasn't very good, so maybe they were happy that there was actual um like a faithful adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that we I don't know, it seems like Asian love, however you want to take that, is very popular now. Like I think it gets more and more popular just because like anime is more normalized now and Squid Game, people love Squid Game. So I think that could potentially be it. And the fact that it was like a period drama
Mm-hmm.
and it was really well done. Those would be all the reasons why I would say.
Hmm.
Because
I
it was
guess.
very much like Game of Thrones, but set in a uh, different place,
Hmm.
different era.
No dragons though.
No dragons.
Um, Speaking of Johnny Depp, another thing I had to. Somebody's grabbed me. Something I had to caption recently was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I guess they're doing a 4K restoration. I'd never seen that before. I don't really like
Oh,
Terry Gilliam. Um, and I think he's actually kind of funny in that. I don't like Johnny Depp either, but I've been sort of muttering the word bastard ever since, just because that's just what he calls everybody. He's like, oh, you're a bastard. I don't know.
oh, I have no idea.
I don't know if that's how Hunter Thompson actually
Oh,
talks. Um, I was going to say something else too. Oh, I thought that some of Blackthorn's final moments in the show were pretty powerful, like when he's yelling at Tornaga on the beach in the last episode. How did
oh,
you?
when he was about, well, when he basically like
Ooh.
was willing to sacrifice himself for
Yeah.
Toranaga to stop torturing oh, we got eliminated, the village.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he was, I mean, it starts for me in episode 9 because he was, he actually listened to Mariko when she said like he can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so he didn't intervene. And then when he offered to be her second, I thought that that was really big.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, those, I guess, yeah, episode 10. So he did grow a great deal from where he was in the beginning.
I would say so.
Yeah. It was kind of weird having those moments where he was an old man, though.
I know. I wonder how they're gonna address that in the second season, as well as
Yeah, well, I don't,
everything else.
yeah, I mean, do you think it'll connect right there? Because it's quote unquote the peaceful era. So it's like, what's actually happening that we need to see?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, how did you find the last episode? Because it's not only is Mariko not in it, and that was kind of
Mm,
the climax of the series, but
yeah.
also we don't see the battle of the whatever it's called,
I
the battle of
know. It was
Sekigahara.
almost like I don't think you've seen any Twilights because I remember trying to get you to, or
I
that
know
was
the
an idea that
story.
we were going to watch that. Yes, but the final one,
Yeah,
Breaking Dawn Part 2. Do you know about this?
yeah, that they show a battle and then they just say, "Just
Correct.
kidding."
Yes, that this was, yeah, because someone was able to kind of intuit what would potentially happen. So that was
Mm-hmm.
very much it because Toranaga's, to that guy was, right before his, um,
Untimely decapitation.
yes. It was probably timely. It was like beyond timely, I guess, for all his nastiness. But yeah, explaining like what he envisioned.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, I was surprised. I thought there was going to be a huge battle, especially because Old Man Blackthorn's grandchildren were saying how he used this to slaughter countless savages. Like what? So I guess I was fine not seeing it, but yeah, it was just a little strange.
I want to see it. I like action.
I bet you do. I bet you do like action.
There's
Well, that one,
yes.
oh, yes. Well, I was just gonna, I mean, in 9, I was so surprised that all of the samurai that were guarding her, um, got killed.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you made it though. Oh no, you didn't. But
No,
we made it? Question mark.
but we made it.
Um, I think there's a Japanese movie recently that covers the events of that battle, but I have not been able to track it down.
Oh,
My phone is charging behind me, otherwise I'd be pulling up Reddit.
oh yeah, yeah, I want some information. Dating horror stories, I guess. Yeah, I don't even know how you're gonna search that. Well, I guess you'll go on that subreddit and then have keywords for a subreddit. Is that how it works?
I don't know. I usually just scroll through and never search anything.
Yeah. Anything that's like dating. dating, women's experiences dating. I'm interested what the current culture is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I'm finding it out, but I don't want to be like overgeneralizing that, oh, this must be true for all. But that's, oh, just boggles the mind.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Get that penguin?
That was a tight spot.
You're the one. You're helping us out here, I have to say. Oh,
Is this
get
guy
him.
not gonna try to
Get
get my
him.
penguin?
Oh, here's another
No, no, no,
penguin.
no, no!
Oh, did you lose a penguin?
Yeah, I got backed up.
Oh, we got it. You held the team there.
It's pure chance.
Oh.
Let's see.
Well, I guess what I started, a loathed show that was recently canceled.
Oh, okay. There've been too many, I can't guess.
The Acolyte.
Oh no. That was, I should have, if I just thought for 1 second.
Second more, yeah. I don't, I mean, I've not seen exactly why. I mean, I assume that it has to do with homophobia and sexism. Um, I mean, it's not like astounding, but I feel like it's not bad. But I guess I'll reserve my final judgment until the very end.
Yeah, I was getting weird mixed messages about that. Even like people who were very aware of the unfair backlash were like, yeah, it does some weird things with the lore, um, but it certainly looked interesting. I mean, it was kind of like exactly what people were asking for, which is like something other than Tatooine tales and
Mm-hmm.
Skywalker garbage.
Yeah, and it kind of brings into question like the methodology of the Jedi and taking the kids and stuff. So
Hmm. Well, that was like
it's
the really
interesting.
interesting, yeah, part of this prequels that wasn't really super textual, but was kind of like um, gleaned by certain fans, like Dave Filoni, for example. So, yeah, make a show about that. But unfortunately, they cast too many people of color, so
Yeah.
it's a critical
Um.
mistake.
Yeah. That's good stuff. Carrie Ann
No.
Moss dies in the first episode, and I was like,
Ugh,
why is she on the advertising when she literally dies in the first scene?
dude, that's so
But
weak.
she wasn't a flashback episode, so I guess it's still okay. And then is it true that that man playing Saul, the Japanese actor, or is he Korean? He does not speak English? Question mark. Is that true?
Um,
Or am I thinking of somebody else?
I assume that's Lee Jung Jae, in which case, I'd have to go back and look at his acceptance speech from the Emmys. I'm pretty sure he, he would probably have as much a knowledge of English, a little more probably than I do of Spanish, just because it's taught in schools over there.
Oh,
But
okay. I felt like there was an actor recently who knew zero English, but was in an English speaking film.
hmm,
But I don't remember who it was, and I wondered if it was him, and then I thought, oh, I wonder if a lot of his, because some of like his lines are delivered oddly, and I thought, well, if all of your cognitive space is being taken up by like trying to remember lines in another language, then maybe your delivery will be off, but maybe it's
yeah,
not him.
that's a big throwback. I mean, that's like when Korean culture was like first really big, like 20 years ago, and they tried to bring talent over to America, like oh god, what's her name? Uh, well, the actress from Blood, the Last Vampire. I'm pretty sure she didn't know English, and so her performance was just like ridiculous. Unfortunately, because she's a really good actress. And same for Lee Jung Jae. If you watch any of his Korean stuff, um,
Yeah, yes, the Squid Game.
yeah, that would be worth catching up on before season two. I don't know if season two is going to be any good. Koreans don't really do sequels or sci-fi, which was why it was such a big shock.
You consider that sci-fi?
Just in the terms of like
I
being
thought it was like a
speculative,
dystopia sort of thing. Oh, it's speculative fiction. Gotcha.
and it's certainly like in a league with things like Battle Royale and the Hunger Games.
I just saw Battle Royale is on Pluto, and I was like, oh, I guess I could finally
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really like intense, scary movie for being not a
I
horror movie technically.
Yeah, I ended up. Well, I read the book.
Hmm.
Once people had said like, "Oh, it's similar to Hunger Games or whatever." I thought, "Oh, I'll give this a shot, see what it's like." And I thought, yeah, I thought it was even more brutal than Hunger Games.
Hmm.
I sent a, I sinned against you, as I said, and I made fun of you behind your back. But I like to tell people when I do this so that, I'm a trustworthy person. Uh, and you realize that I wouldn't do it without letting you know. Did I send you, oh, a reel of an ABC book, but for aliens?
Yes.
I sent that to your mom and I said, this could be a good gift for Harry. It's about his reading level. So maybe you'll get that for a gift.
Maybe.
Tom saw Alien with his son,
Hmm.
reported back to me, asked how he liked it. He said it was intense, a tight 2 hours. Chatted about the offspring, and he said thumbs up.
How old is his son?
Senior in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so not like that old school video where,
Yeah,
remember, that man took his
that's
son
awesome.
to see it.
Because yeah, even the
Oh,
original Alien is like pretty scary.
yeah,
That
it's
scene
really
where
good.
Ash gets his head knocked off. Ooh. I found a subreddit post or Reddit post that said modern dating is hell, but I didn't have enough time to confirm what it was
Oh,
about.
that's okay. Confirm how and why it is hell. You're
Yeah.
in the lead right now.
Yeah, right.
I just want to let you know.
How do I grab it? How do I grab it? How do I grab it?
Okay. Did you get it?
Oh!
No, Harry, you were so close.
I thought it was like floating right above the blue, but it was not.
Oh,
Supreme Paolo.
it was a good, it was a good effort.
Yeah, that was the only time I've ever been that close. I don't know if it's just me and my looks or whatever, period, or if it's my generation, period. But dating is absolute hell. It's a never ending limbo of swiping, empty conversations, ghosting, being stood up, and being led on.
Mm.
Is that. Does this sound good?
Uh, oh, I assume it's a female. Does she give her age demographic?
Uh. I don't know. Complaining about looks sounds more guy behavior, but I don't
Oh,
know. Oh, this is not a men bashing or women bashing post. Okay, that doesn't clear it up.
okay.
Everyone is so materialistic and shallow. Must be this tall, make this much, have this amount of hair. I'm guessing this
Mm.
is a guy. Must weigh this much, must do this or not do that. What the F happened? They did not say F, especially since bad men have
Yeah.
absolutely ruined it for the rest of us. That sounds very milady, I know. Did I enter a portal to a never ending dating game? I remember things used to be different. People actually took the time to get to know someone before they even started considering a relationship. Now everyone has such high standards and wonders why they can't find a partner. Everyone has standards. I don't care how much you say you don't, you do. But everyone's standards are so unrealistic now. It's unbelievable. To be continued.
Wow. Interesting.
So I'll have you know that I do read. It's just that I read nonfiction. I don't read novels because that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
peasant's hobby.
I find it amusing that you'll hold that against me. I know that you read. I know that nonfiction is your thing. We did talk about that. Peasants, man.
Or ladies, I guess. The Penny Dreadfuls.
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what the last nonfiction was that I read.
My memoir.
You're right. What
How
was
to
that
live an
again?
awesome life.
Oh
You
no, that was your memoir. Wait, wasn't that? Oh, is that what it was?
what?
On bestseller?
Oh, the New
Wait,
York
what was
Times
your
list.
memoir? Yeah,
I don't know.
can't remember.
I don't
Oh,
remember
okay.
how this joke started.
Yeah, that's okay. Uh, yeah, trying to think what my last one. I guess because my kind of chosen um, nonfiction ones are like learning wise, and so they kind of bum me out after a while. Like there's only so much like history of slavery in the U.S. that I can read, before it's like I need a break from
And that's how you
this.
turn to smut. By the way,
Yes, as a break, yeah.
your smut corner is complete, and I found it ironic that it was shortly after you said that you were starting to wind down a bit on the smut.
Yes, thank you. And yes, and also what is this? Push your snowball through the snow to grow it to max size.
Wow.
Okay. Yes. Well, in my defense,
Good, because you are very much on trial.
yes, in my defense, it was a gift. That was quite shocking. Um, to receive. I was like, you didn't. And they did.
They
So now
did.
it's there.
What
Yep.
are you guys doing? I think it looks good,
Thank
neon.
you.
But maybe you're giving the genre a break for a while.
Yeah, I read one today just 'cause like I said, I was sick and I couldn't do too much. But yeah, it's like, oh, I feel like I've read everything, which I think I said before. Like, all the tropes. It's like, oh, it's
Right,
same old now. And I don't want to read any dark ones.
right.
So I think, yeah, I'll be probably, I mean, I won't really have much time anymore anyway. So,
Certainly can't bring those into school.
no, no, we cannot. I
And
mean, we
I,
could, but
digitally, I guess the
yeah.
problem is that, like, if you keep exploring, you will sort of bump into the edges of, like, oh, this is the lactation fetish, and I now know what that is.
Yeah, yeah, now I wish I didn't know that that sort of thing existed.
Blue's pushing us to victory. Thank you.
I mean, I finished that one, did I tell you? The wild one?
Hmm.
I finished it. Yeah, I sent some scenes to Donovan. It was a lot.
Let's see. Unique people are
Tell me
now a
about
dying
Daniel's one.
breed because nobody
Hmm.
wants anything to do with them. People now want people who look like their favorite celebrity or etc. It's not much of a list. Is this all there is? If so, we need to put more money into sex dolls because we are effed.
Whoa.
Parentheses.
I think this is a man.
Oh gosh, yeah. Here's a little postscript. Please be nice to one another. This is not a men bashing or women bashing post. I specifically made it to where men and women can come together to talk about the subject. I hope you all find peace and happiness. Um, Yikes.
Can't, can't wait to hear some replies to this.
Yeah.
Is it
Well, the first
upvoted or
one.
downvoted?
It looked like it had like 700 upvotes. So that's pretty good, I guess. The
I guess with
first.
that joke of um the looking for a guy in finance,
Mm-hmm.
6'5", like that thing, maybe.
Took it a
Maybe
bit
that's where he's
personally.
coming from. Yeah.
Wait, where? Blue. I shouldn't be over
Yes,
here.
and score on yellow.
Oh, okay. I can't
Remember when I
score.
tried to explain to you basketball and you got really upset?
I don't like to be well, I'm a man. That's my
Woman
prerogative.
explained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here comes Syndrome. Whoa! Get out of here. Get out of here.
Ooh,
Ah, crap.
that ball.
I can't do it. Why can't I do it? Ugh. What the F? No! Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. That was my bad.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
we got it.
Through no help
So
of
close.
mine. Let's see. First comment. I don't even bother anymore. It's like a second job. Um,
I'd agree with that.
they got a reply. It's kind of always been a job, to be honest. Putting yourself out there, best foot forward, financial investment, time commitments. Game hasn't changed too much. Lol. Um, Another comment from Scallywag LXX. Unfortunately, this is how it is these days. You just have to keep being yourself, know your boundaries, and try to enforce those boundaries as opposed to changing just to attract someone. Boundary enforcement. Between the men that are sending lewd messages to women and essentially harassing them and the materialistic and entitled women, modern dating is an S show. Hang in there.
Hmm.
Oh, I hate this one. It's just pure chance.
Yeah. Going the right way. I'm gonna say something and now. What was it? I have to think.
That's
Hmm.
surprising.
Hmm. Yeah. I've lost it.
You have lost it. You've lost your
And
way.
excuse me.
Ah, crap.
Don't lose yourself. Yeah. La 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 la. You know that song?
No.
Kill la Kill.
Oh. Oh.
Don't lose your. You know?
Oh, we can't go up this way. It was
Oh, how's that
the
covering?
10-year anniversary recently of that show.
Wow, hard to believe.
I know. Wait, did we win with the H? Did you get it?
I was very close.
Oh,
I was
okay.
at, yeah, I think it was somebody, but I was like right behind.
You got the
I was
moral
in the
victory.
air reaching.
Indeed.
The
Yes?
job, yeah, some people annoy me on there who come on, they've like liked you and then you've liked them back, so a connection has been made,
Mm-hmm.
and then you don't hear anything from them, and then they come on and they say, sorry, I'm not on here a lot. I'm like, why are you on the app at all and liking people if you're not on it? Oh
that's
my gosh.
that's unhinged.
I know, seriously. I've since paused my profile and I'm just waiting, sifting through what I have now, and then we'll see what happens. Turn it
Mm.
back on. I also go through the ones that are not proven to be actual human beings.
Oh
You
no.
get like a little tick mark if you do like a facial recognition thing, and
Mm.
so when I don't see that little tick mark, I get rid of them.
It's a good policy. If they can't even do that much.
If you should Google sex and date and see what pops up.
Okay.
I
Sex
don't know
indeed.
how you do Reddit searches.
Oh. You want
But
me to Google it on Reddit?
yes, is that how it works? Don't lose your way.
I guess I sing that a little different at karaoke.
Oh.
Think that'd be a weird song to sing at karaoke?
I don't know that they would have it in their little binder
Hmm. I guess
unless we
just
went to an Asian karaoke.
I would assume that all karaoke is Asian.
Oh?
Whoop.
No. Why would you assume that?
Because it's a Japanese word.
Oh. No. Well, I'll say not my son.
Let's see. But this guy put some text in bold. Like, look, at the end of the day, if it's so bad that women are forcing themselves to have to come to terms with and be okay with the fact that they. Oops, I accidentally tapped on it, now it's gone. Okay. Yes, I googled on Reddit modern dating, so let's look at sex and dating. Sex in the City. Orgy group sex. Wow.
Oh my.
Women's perspective regarding dating and sex. This is for Ask Old People advice. Okay.
Oh. That's cool people. That's me.
Oh.
Remember last time we were on this that it went on forever?
Oh my gosh. Let's have not a repeat of that.
Indeed. Is there a fan on this one?
I think so.
Okay.
Which is like
Yeah, there it
It's
is.
too much hazard. Well, how would you describe if you'd be comfortable answering your like level of investment in dating right now? Like, is it something where you feel like you have to do it, or is it just something you kind of like
Ooh.
hope would turn out okay?
Yeah, I would go with the latter. I mean, part of it is to just like make connections.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like through, because potentially on these dates I could get to know Baltimore.
Right.
Um, and yeah, get to know more people. It does, I mean, I've been single for so long, so it's not like I'm holding my hopes because I think that would just be like dangerous to have like super high expectations of everything. So I just like go in, I'm pretty passive. I'm not going on the hinge every day, checking things out.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, low expectations. And really, yeah, I mean, a lot of it is like, because I feel like the app in general is odd just because you immediately are thrown into romantic expectations, which, I mean, obviously, I guess this is gonna, you know, sound against the grain, but I feel like the best relationships are going to be based off of friendships. So,
Mm-hmm.
because like, if I can't be a friend with you, then like nothing else is gonna work out for us.
Right.
So, I always just, yeah, keep expectations low, but it's easier for me to say that because I think men have this idea that like can't be friends, and so
Right.
that's a bit rough and difficult. I wish I don't. Oh my gosh, how can you have to go through the middle? I'm having some troubles. I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. I
I
was
think I
like,
got like six.
oh,
Ooh, that was rough.
how how was it? Oh, are we getting points for each of the things?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Okay, I did wonder why some of them were different colors. Yeah, so low expectations I think help out, but not so low that you're like checked out at any of the dates.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, yeah, these conversations go on forever and no one's asking the other person out. And then other times, yeah, they're just like, they might give some initial questions or something or ask you one thing and then you answer and then or did you get eliminated?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And then, yeah, just like quiet quitting, I think is the phase.
It is disturbing how analogous it is to a job, truly.
Yeah. Mm. It was a new
Um,
city, so I thought, oh, try my luck, you know?
right. I don't know if this is going to be it. From a woman's perspective, does a lot of dating, maybe into your late 30s, and consequently, oops, having sex with a lot of different men,
Whoa.
have the effect of making sex less special with a person you eventually end up having a meaningful relationship with? Does sex end up being a simple act of carnal pleasure? Okay,
Oh.
Pinhead, is this something you'd be interested in?
Oh. I don't know if that answers my question. Maybe it has to be modern dating. Maybe it's subreddit.
I've discovered the term demisexual through this process, and that is mostly me. Yeah, it's funny how people come upon that term and think, oh, maybe I'm a demisexual.
Well, isn't
Probably
that
not.
you only have sex with people who have a connection with?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I wouldn't be able to. I would get like sick if I was like trying to make out with
right.
somebody that was. So probably, but
We're all homos. Homo sapiens. Just saw that episode of The Office. Um, SpongeBob.
I mean, could you?
I don't know, honestly. I can't even imagine. You know, I had to tell somebody, I had to volunteer the information that I'm not sexually active, and I didn't even say I'm not
Oh
sexually active
no.
at the moment.
Was it at the doctor's?
Kind of. I was getting my COVID. The new COVID vaccine is out. It just dropped, so
Oh,
if everybody
thank
wants to hit
you.
that. Um, and on CVS, they give you the option to bundle it with a flu shot, which I expected. But they also asked if I wanted to get the hepatitis B shot. And I was like, I guess if you're offering, it would feel insufficient if I don't click this third
Oh,
box
three for
here.
one. Yeah.
But I was feeling kind of nervous the
Oh
whole
my
time.
gosh.
So I asked the person administrating the vaccines, I don't know if they're a nurse or a doctor. I was like, she was like, "So you're getting all three?" And I was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Do you recommend that?" And she was like, "No, actually." And I was like, "Well, I have been rethinking the hepatitis B." And I said, "I'm not sexually active, so." And she was like, "Yeah, we can just not do that." Unfortunately, I think they have it on hold. It's not just like going to somebody else, so that feels weird.
Oh, so you have to go back for it at another time.
Yeah, I mean, you get two apparently, and then you're set for life. Um, they say that it's also for like needles. I assume that means like, drug
Infusion.
injections, but I do
Yeah.
donate blood regularly, so I guess I do have needles a lot. But I don't think I'm at any risk for hepatitis B. Um, but we'll see.
Well, congratulations on getting your COVID vaccination.
That's what happens when you're the mayor's son.
Yeah,
She says, "Hey, there's a new COVID vaccine."
I think I'm behind by two, which is probably not, but
Hmm.
yeah, I should probably.
Especially with those cons that you got in your future. Those
Oh,
are,
well,
whoa.
yeah, at least Baltimore. Well,
Hmm.
and also just the kids, being around the kids,
Oh, that's right, yeah.
that's the big one.
Ah, come on.
Whee!
I was actually doing
I
okay
might
for
actually qualify this
it.
time,
Let's not count
happy to
our
say.
chickens.
I know, but I might just, oh,
Oh, the
oh, I
dingleberry!
shouldn't have done. No, the dingleberry gotcha.
Yeah.
Yay, I qualified
Oh.
now that I understand the game.
That was crucial.
Yeah.
Dingleberry! Oh, I made it. Let's see what the people have to say. I'm 38. I love this. Relatively high body count. That's the term. Sex with someone I care
Oh,
about is definitely not ruined. On the contrary, I'm completely aware of how much more satisfying it is than sex with randos. I feel like if you're using the term randos, you do not qualify as an old person.
yeah. Did they say what their age was?
38.
Oh, no.
Relatively high body count. I wonder what that means.
Are you joking or is that serious?
No, I mean, really, like, how would you, like, what number
Oh,
would
okay.
you
I thought
have to
you
be
didn't
like
know what body count meant. Um, I don't. Yeah, because that's a completely subjective
subjective?
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But kind of
maybe
also
20s to
not.
30s.
Yeah, that would seem just high, plainly, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess how much, like 20 to 30 for like a 20-year-old would be really high, but for
Yeah,
someone that's close to 40, might be, depending on when you began. That's
right.
what, two a year maybe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess that wouldn't be too crazy.
So I don't know.
I should
Hopefully,
say I have a relatively low body count. Just leave it at that.
yeah, there you go.
The
That
ambiguity.
works in the dating apps for you.
I
If
mean, I
someone
can't.
asks you that question.
Yeah, I can't lie. I would
Oh,
love to like just see what it's like, but not. I mean, you
on the
can't do
dating
that.
app, you mean?
Yeah, just in general, like what would I be like on a date? I mean, I've always wondered because I'm so terrible in
Oh
like
my gosh.
all social
Well,
situations.
we tried, remember?
Do we have a fake date?
Um, well, I asked you questions.
Mm-hmm.
I asked you icebreaker questions, do you remember?
Oh yes, I got so angry. I threw the plate of food into the wall, and then we decided not to do it ever again. That
Oh, I
was
got
not.
eliminated.
No.
Yeah. Well, you carry on. And the slime was coming
Whoa.
up me. That was a boon for you.
I
Oh
don't think I
no,
can
you
make it up
ruined
there.
it. You ruined the boon.
You ruined the Boon. Boon Ruiner.
Yes. Well, I did offer. I could have made a nice little account for you.
Yeah, we should have done that. There were a lot of things we meant to do. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
Wow,
I don't know.
Laura.
Laura.
Your skills going into temples and doing weird jumps backwards
Mm-hmm. Firing
have
machine
really
guns at
helped out. Yes.
velociraptors.
Oh, yeah.
Or robots, like in that first movie. Okay, let's anticipate the fan this time. Anticipate. I don't know how to. I don't know how to do it. Uh, the slime is rising, and I've
Yeah.
just knocked it anyway. That's
Maybe
BS.
is yes. This will exit.
Okay, here we go. Dating and sex. This is from Ask Gabe Rose.
Oh.
I'm newly single after a long relationship, and hoo boy, I cannot figure this S out. Everyone seems to assume I'm a top. This seems a little
Oh.
specific. I'm not. I don't mind topping once in a while, but it's not really my thing. But bottoming is just what I enjoy. I don't have an identity around it or anything. I'm not going to wear a cum dumps for Kamala t-shirt or whatever. No offense to those who do, it's just not my style. I don't think you had to go that far. Just say you don't like it. I also don't generally F on the first date. Wow. Of course, I F strangers on hookups, but if it's a dating situation, I like to take it a little slower, maybe third date. So, second or third date, things are clicking. I have to interject and say that, yes, I understand that queer dating is a lot different than hetero dating, that you have to be a little bit more mercenary. So, second or third date, things are clicking, and he makes a joke that basically amounts to, I want you to F the hell out of me. Wow, this is great. This is why you gotta read Reddit.
Oh. Yeah, how can you tell? I guess that someone's a top or a bottom.
I know, seriously.
That's gotta be. You gotta have some conversations.
Yeah. Unless it's, in
The
my case, you just sort of know.
oh, you think that's interesting?
I don't think
So you
anybody
think
would.
that
Yeah.
no one would think that you were a top?
Yeah, that's just my.
Hmm.
Just as soon as they saw me, just the way that I slouch naturally after years of bad sedentary lifestyle with ergonomics, they'd be
Hmm.
like, yeah, no.
That guy's a bottom. But then that's hard because you have to be sure that well, actually, you know what you would have to do on your app, quite honestly, is say that you are submissive and looking for a dominant. Like, you would have to put it out there.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have a problem
And
with that.
unfortunately, what'd you say?
I wouldn't have an issue with that on my
Yeah.
hypothetical dating profile.
The issue is, of course, because this is something that I recognize, is that people don't read
Yeah.
your profile very thoroughly. So chances are, I mean, maybe, I mean, I'm looking at everybody, but yeah, because someone might like you, and then immediately you're gonna have some sort of issue. But I find that people don't look at my stuff until after there's a connection made. I'm like, my gosh, you're liking these people. I guess just it is really superficial because it's all looks based.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then if you both have liked, then you start actually looking through your profile.
Yeah. I mean, there's just no other way to do it, but it does. It's just so. It's just so hard, even just thinking about it abstractly like this. Better to keep going and end up. No, I can't do this. It's too much.
It's okay. Maybe I'll Google it. But yeah, I mean, for guys, well, I would think though on what's that? The grinder that you
Mm-hmm.
would put what your preference is? I
Yeah. I
don't.
mean, if it's
So
just about
that's
sex,
interesting. Why
then
he's
yeah.
having trouble. Yeah. Um, I did. It's funny that uh people are not believing him or whatever. I saw a funny. I don't know. It must have been on Instagram where it was a text message thread. Oh my gosh. And somebody said, I don't believe you're a bottom. You don't look like one. My gosh, I did terribly. And then he sent a picture of himself clothed on his back with his legs backwards. I was like, okay, I guess that would be the way to kill somebody. But yeah, well, I would. That the other trouble is I wouldn't be able to be with someone that would not be submissive at any time.
Mm-hmm.
So there's how do you even do that?
Right.
stay on top energy randomly, and then you're already throwing sex into the equation,
Right.
which I'm like trying to avoid. So yeah, it's very confusing.
Right, I mean, that might not even be something that they know about themselves. Ugh.
That's true.
I don't remember this
You
level
don't
being
know
so
if you like pegging until you try.
hard. Until it is foisted upon you by your good friend Stella in
Oh
the bathroom
yeah. Oh, I don't.
that
Did we
one
get
time.
it?
Nah, I didn't even
No,
finish.
eliminated that one time.
That
One
was the.
more.
Okay.
Ooh, feels good though to wipe out Book of Clarence.
That was hanging like a pelican around your neck, as they say.
Oh, it was just a lot. Um, yeah, I'll be interested. Who has seen that? I feel like I don't know. I feel like maybe the kids will all choose that one
Hmm.
over Risen and Life of Brian.
Yeah, Life of Brian just looks old. I don't know if there's been like an HD version, but that is like one of the most classic comedy movies. I
Yeah,
mean, I
I
feel
mean, if
like,
you're a fan of Monty Python, then it's the way to go.
yeah.
I guess we'll see.
I just feel like there's been so many. I mean, I can't name them, but I feel like the whole like a guy pretends to be Jesus is like so common that like you gotta have some kind of angle on it, and it can't just be that like he's black. Like that's just there wasn't like they kind of tried to do a little bit of that, but I just could not discern what like the point of that movie was or like why it was made.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it was an adaptation, so the entire time I was thinking to myself, is it allowed to make an adaptation of the Bible?
Hmm.
That is like a creative adaptation of it, or a retelling of it. I was trying to figure that out
Mm-hmm.
as I was watching, so I think that might be my thing for the kids. Because if you consider it just a work of literature, then why not? But I mean, I feel like if I told some of my deeply religious friends, like conservative Christian friends, to watch that, they would not have made it throughout, and
Mm.
they would have like said that that was sacrilegious. So yeah, I don't know. What's the limit, I guess, to religious uh, adaptation?
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought, oh, well, this is creative because I'm like seeing, all the biblical connections and things. So I thought like Barabbas was, of course, the guy that the people chose over Jesus to free him. So I thought, oh, this is interesting. Plus, I like that guy who's in the Netflix adaptation of Lupin. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It was, I mean, I could tell that you were, um, when you said, "Should we finish this
We had
thing?"
twenty
I was
minutes
like,
left.
"Uh-oh, he's out of it now." I was thinking, if I don't do it now, I'm not going to. So I do apologize.
Gotta power through.
But it was like I had to do it. But it was getting long, long. There were like two times that I moved my mouse to figure out. One was an hour and a half in, and the other one was, no, it had an hour and a half left,
Oh
and then the
yeah.
other one was 44 minutes left, and oof, yes.
I mean, honestly, and this kind of solidified for me tonight, but like a runtime can tell you a lot about a Hollywood movie specifically, because like Hollywood movies tend to be written a certain way. They were very like that book Blake Snyder's Save the Cat was very influential. There's like a very strict structure that like executives will greenlight. So if your movie is like longer than an hour and 40 minutes, that just means that you're being a little bit inefficient and that scenes are running long. And so there are a lot of moments in this movie where it's like when he goes and sees Jedediah and he walks in and it just goes like slow motion for a while
Oh
and
yeah,
he's
through
just
like an
walking.
orgy-like scene. Yeah.
Yeah, like why? Like what was the point of that? And so I feel like there was kind of like, oh, it's like a vibes movie, man. And that's just like, oh, it's just so boring. But yeah, I mean, Lakeith Stanfield's always good. I actually thought he was good as the brother. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, Omar Sy is always good. He's in the Killer remake that just came out.
I was interested. Is that any good?
I actually captioned a little bit of it, and it seems okay, which
Okay.
is good. But it's like such a specific,
Might give
weird
it a
thing.
go.
Maybe we can all watch it together. That was supposed to be a
Mm.
Donovan and I date.
Oh, what happened?
Um, I don't know. We just haven't spoken about it. We watched the
Interesting.
original Killer a couple of
I
months ago.
remember, yeah, for a podcast, yeah.
That's a classic, but hard boiled is better. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Ooh, I'm getting lucky.
Are you?
Yep. Just like in real life, according to that CVS
Woo!
doctor.
Hubba hubba.
We got one of the gold. Are we on a team?
Yes,
Okay.
this is duos. Just two more left. Can we do it?
I don't know, it's pretty close. Four people, four groups have qualified, and my luck has seemed to have
Oh
run out.
no. Oh no. Yeah, I was
What's
staying in an
happening?
area that was helpful. And now it's no longer. Uh-oh.
No!
Oh, they're all coming over here. I don't want that. One more. Can you get it?
Maybe.
It
Yes.
ran right by me.
Yes!
Oh, nice.
That was close.
Mm. I think if there's anything
Hmm?
else to talk about. Just think. Musing.
Well, what are we gonna do on Wednesday?
I don't know. Are you seeing Alien?
No, I don't think so. I'm too much of a coward.
Okay. But you'll know when everything happens.
I know, I can just leave when he comes out. Probably be the
Billy
only one.
Man. You
Yeah.
can look at his pelvic region this time.
No,
You see
no.
his little the X there, like I was talking about. I did I send you that thing about alien isolation?
Yeah, the phones.
Yeah, the phones.
That's pretty
It was
funny.
interesting,
I had
yeah.
heard that there were like connections. I thought it was just like thematic connections. I didn't know that there were like exactly Easter eggs. Um, it's funny that Fede Alvarez has been so open about talking about like Alien versus Predator because like Ridley Scott produced Romulus, and he hates the idea of Alien versus Predator and all the sequels, probably including Aliens. So it's just funny that like we have this guy who's like a major franchise fanboy, and then Ridley Scott who's like a very purist about like the first movie is the one that matters, and obviously the other ones that he made. But anyway, so yes, you'll see Romulus. What?
Hmm. And I think we're just one below, sadly.
Fruit shoot! Look at these
Yeah,
Triceratops guys.
your your family members.
Yep.
What a fun.
Well, thank you for playing.
Thank you for playing. Thanks for suffering with me to watch that film.
Yes. And then in 2 weeks, we'll watch
Oh,
another
what
movie.
what um what uh what's the country of origin?
America, although it's a British director, but it's a very American film. Deeply American.
Is it Lincoln?
No, that would be amazing. Steven Spielberg, not British, however.
Is it in 5th century?
No, it is set during the
Oh,
Mexican American War.
wow. Oh gosh. Okay. All the pretty horses.
No, I've never seen that. I was thinking, I assume you've already seen Brokeback Mountain, but that would be another one.
I'd rewatch. I haven't seen that for a long time. I can't even
Yeah.
remember when I saw it. Definitely wasn't when it came out because I was
Staunchly
lower high
anti.
school, maybe. Yeah, I was young.
Oh,
Um, what were you gonna say? Anti-gay?
anti-gay. You're just a raging
Anti-gay cowboys? Yeah.
homoerotic.
But no, yeah, I was thinking about rewatching that recently.
Hmm. That's a good one.
Well, I look forward to seeing what this is. What's the genre?
Kind of indescribable. It's like a horror comedy.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. which that should give it
Okay.
away right there. I mean, I hope you haven't seen it already, but we'll find out.
Okay. Oh, horror comedy with the Mexican. I mean, it's not Pan's Labyrinth. We've talked about that.
No, I would not
That doesn't
describe that
sound
as a
good.
comedy. Not
No, I
really.
wouldn't either. That's why I would have been like, "Excuse me."
There's some chuckles
Okay.
to be had.
Trying to think when. I don't know if I laughed at
Uh,
all during that
no.
one. I mean, you can laugh with that other one he did that won the Oscar, but
The Shape of Water. Yeah,
yeah, because
that was
they're
more lighthearted.
yeah, but well, yeah. Thank you. Enjoy your. Do you have a day off tomorrow?
I do.
Okay.
Thank you. I
Anything
hope you
planned?
enjoy your well. I might get my car washed and then
Whoa.
vacuumed and then inspected.
Okay.
But that would feel
Good
like a
to
waste
know.
of a day off. So I don't know.
Yeah. At least you'll feel productive though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I tell you I wish you were here because I'd like to repair the stereo and and I found a how-to of how to remove the door panel.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, if only Harry were here to like help me.
I know. I don't actually help, but I think just being there, it's like a
Would be
moral
helpful. Well,
support.
this one is more, I think, intensive, so I
Oh,
would
okay.
actually need to like taking a picture of where the connectors are. But I looked up a place I could do it, and number one, you have to buy the pair of speakers. So I'm already like paying more than I would need to
Ugh.
because I just need one. And then labor is $125. And
Oh
I'm
man.
thinking that's a 10-minute YouTube video and you're charging me 120. So I just feel like I'm gonna do it. Maybe if my dad visits or something. But there's like a tool that I need that will be kind of hard, which is like
Oh.
But I have a bicycle. It's like this plastic. I don't even know how to. But basically, I have to like pry or to separate, and I have a tool that looks similar to that for my bike to
Hmm.
get the tire out. Like the actual tire from the wheel. So I
Hmm.
wonder if that could work, but I don't know. I need to
Maybe.
Google that. But
Just get an Allen
I'll let
wrench.
you know if I decide to do that. An Allen wrench, yes.
The
Don't those
universal
work for
tool.
everything? Yes, absolutely. Okay, well, I'll keep you
Okay.
apprised of Jojo the Chunk. Let you know
Yes.
if I finish him tomorrow.
Get some cotton balls.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know, seriously, that probably would be the best thing to use.
Give them the old Marlon
Okay.
Brando. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Goodbye.
Goodbye.